Hi students, welcome to plus 1 computer class. So we discussed about arrays. We are starting a new chapter called array belonging to derived data type category. So in the previous video we discussed about arrays. What does mean by an array? Array is a collection of similar elements under a common name. And also we declared also we discussed about how we are declaring an array. What is the syntax for array declaration? Then memory allocation of array, accessing elements from an array, and also we saw one sample C++ program for initializing array and also how we are printing an array elements in reverse order. So actually array is a new concept and it is static in nature and it is very important aspects that we are using in C++. So we studied the basic concepts of array, that means the declaration, the size, what is mean by index, subscript value, and how we are using an array for reading and displaying the array elements. Clear? Then, so next we are going to discuss some advanced features of arrays. So in this video we will discuss the array operations. Okay, the first array operation was traversing array operation. Then after that we will discuss sorting. It's an important topic called sorting, arranging elements in ascending or descending order. And also we will discuss an important sorting method called selection sort. Okay, then we will discuss the algorithm for selection sort and also the program for selection sort. So we will discuss with array operations. So there are different types of array operations present in C++. The first operation is traversing and second one is sorting and third one was searching. Traversing means accessing all the array elements. So the first operation is traversing. The first array operation is traversing. Traversing indicate accessing all the array elements. Clear? Accessing all the array elements is known as traversing. So here accessing all the array elements means we are accessing all the array elements starting from 0 to n-1. For example, if an array contains n elements, the traversing starts from 0 and it ends with n-1. For example, suppose this is an integer array that contains elements 0, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the index values are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That means this is an array and its size is 5. Suppose you want to access the array elements, you want to access elements from 0 to n-1. That means 0 to 4th location. Clear? So that is known as traversing, accessing all the array elements. Suppose you want to access all these array elements, we can write a C++ program for this. So the program will be like this. You want to access the first element, then second element, third, fourth and fifth. Using for loop, we can access the array elements. Suppose in your textbook one program is the same program I am writing, but I am not writing the entire program, only the small portions I am going to write. So for accessing this, suppose the array name is AR. Let us assume the array name for this array is AR. So for accessing all the array elements, I am going to write one for loop. So first I am going to input values into the for loop. So for that I can write like this: for I equal to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus. Then what we are executing first? Cin. What is the array name? AR of I. AR of I means first, what is the value? First value of I? 0. Second value? 1. Then like that, it will execute from 0 to I. That means from 0 to 4th location, we can input value to the array. So all the array elements will be present at the variable AR of I. So at the initial stage, the value of I will be 0. Then in the second iteration, it will change to 1, 2, 3, 4 until I less than 5. Clear? Then, so this is for inputting values into the array. Suppose you want to access all the array elements, then we can write the output statement. Output statement, there will be no change in the for loop. We will write the same for loop. For I equal to 0, I less than 5, I plus plus. Then instead of Cin AR of I, we can write Cout A of or AR of I. Cout AR of I means the first value Cout of 0. 0 will come. Then after that I will change to 1. Then value present at index value 1 is 5. Then 6, 7, 8. Then one more type of traversal is present. That means we can add all the numbers in each iteration. So instead of this statement we can write like this. Cout or AR of I is equal to AR of I plus 1. AR of I is equal to AR of I plus 1. So these are the three types of traversal operation. So you remember what is mean by traversal? Accessing all the array elements is known as traversal. Okay, what is it? Accessing all the array elements is known as traversal or traversing operation. Clear? Textbook program is present how we are executing traversal operation. So we can input values into the array using for loop, and after that we can print array elements using traversal. Clear? So that is the first operation or first array operation. Then second one, very important, that is called sorting. Okay, what is it? Sorting. The name indicates arranging all the array elements. What does sorting indicate? Arranging the array elements in descending order or ascending order. Okay, we can input values into the array, but it will not be in a particular order. So using sorting operation, we can arrange array elements in ascending order or descending order. Clear? So in C++, there are two types of sortings present. First one is selection sort. Second one is bubble sort. Okay, two types of sorting techniques were present in C++, selection sort and bubble sort. So in this video we will discuss selection sort. In the next video we will discuss bubble sort. So we will start with selection sort. So with the help of a picture I will explain the selection sort. After that we can discuss the algorithm. So first, selection sort. What is mean by a selection sort? In selection sort algorithm, we are executing passes. What is it? Pass. If an array contains n elements, okay, if an array contains n elements, then you want to execute n minus 1 passes for executing selection sort. So next one, what is mean by this passes or this steps? So let us assume, suppose there will be an array. It contains 5 elements. Okay, an array contains 5 elements. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So an array contains 5 elements. First element is 32, second element 23, third element 10, fourth 2 and last element was 30. So this is the initial array. Is this array in sorted order? No, it's not in sorted order. So we are going to arrange this element in sorted order using selection sort. So first I am going to execute the first step or the first pass. Pass 1. In selection sort algorithm, first we are assuming the very first element as minimum value. Okay. First element we treated as minimum value, and that minimum value we are comparing with other elements. Okay, if any of the element is less than that particular value, then it will be bubbled or it will be shifted to the first location. So we will explain this. So in pass 1, the first element 32, 23, 10, 2, 30. So we are assuming that the first element 32 as minimum value. What is it? In pass 1, 32 is treated as the smallest element. Then first I will compare 32 with 23. Okay, 32 with 23. So in pass 1, the smallest element is 2 and is selected from the list. It is then exchanged with the first element. Okay, so 32 first comparing with 23, then 10, then 2 and 30. In the first pass, which one is the smallest element? Smallest element 2. Okay, in this element or in this array, first we are comparing 32 as minimum element or minimal value. So first I am comparing 32 with 23. Okay, 32 with, so first I am assigning min is equal to 32. What is it? Min is equal to 32. Then 32 is comparing with 23. 23 is smaller than 32. So instead of that, now 23 is minimum. Then 10. 23 and again 10. 10 again smaller than 23. Then again we will compare 10 with 2. Okay, so now the 10 is the smallest value present. So now at the or after the first pass we can find out the minimum value is 2. So we can replace this 2 with 32. So after the first pass we will get an array like this. 2 and 32 is replaced. 23, 10, instead of 2 we can write 32 and 30. So this will be the array after the first pass. So now we got the smallest element at the left side. So next in pass 2 we can assume 23 as the smallest element. Okay, 23 as the smallest element. Then again we will compare 23 with 10. Okay, we can compare 23 with 10. Here 23 is greater than 10. Then 32 and 30. In all this 10 is smaller than 32 and 30. So the smallest element 10 is shifted to the second location. So in pass 3 we will get an array 2, 10, 23, 32 and 30. In third pass again now 23 is at the third location. 23 will be assigned as minimum value. That minimum value is comparing with 32. Is there any change? No. Then 23 will be compared with 30. Is there any change? No. In pass 3 there will be no change because array is already in sorted order. Then pass 1, pass 2. Next one pass 4. In pass 4 we will assign 32 as the smallest element. Okay, we are assuming 32 as the smallest element and 32 we are comparing with the element 30. Here the condition is false, then we require a replacement. So after the fourth pass we will get the final array in sorted order 10, 23, 32 and 30. So after the fourth pass we will get the array in sorted order. So this is known as selection sort. Okay, the process of finding the smallest element and exchanging it with the element at the respective position is known as pass. Okay, to find the minimum element and the exchanging of minimal element with the existing minimal element is known as pass. So if an element contain or if an array contain n element, it want to execute n minus 1 passes. So this is the initial array. In the first pass, we are assuming 32 as the minimum element and 32 is comparing with all the other element. So after the comparison, the smallest element was 2. That 2 replaced by 32. So instead of 32, we can find 3 and instead of 2, 32 will be there. So in the second pass, so first section or first location is already sorted. So we will start with the second location. What is it? 23. 23 is assuming as the very smallest element and it is comparing with other element. So after all these passes, or after the n minus 1 pass, we will get the final array in sorted order. So this is known as selection sort. Selection sort, first we are selecting an element, then we are assuming that it has a minimal element or it has minimum value. Then that value is comparing with other elements and the smallest element is shifted to left side. Clear? So this is selection sort. Clear? Then next, this is the pictorial representation. Next I am going to write the algorithm. Okay, so this is the algorithm for selection sort. So we'll start with the first step. Step 1, start. Second step, accept a value in n as the number of array element. So here we are using the variable n as the size of the array. And we are using an array called AR to store the elements. So what is the third step? Accept n elements into the array AR. In the previous example, what will be the value of n? 5. Size, the number of array is 5 and AR array name. And you want to repeat the steps 5 to 9 n minus 1 time. So that step 5 to 9, you want to repeat the steps from 5 to 9 how many times? N minus 1 times. So that indicate these 5 to 9 steps are indicate the number of passes. How many passes we are executing. And after that, we are assuming the first element as the minimum element and store it in a variable called min. Okay, so how many variables we are using this in this algorithm? N to store the size. Then second one, accept n elements to the array AR. AR is the array name. Then after that, one more variable, what is it? Min. So we are assuming min as the first element as minimal element. For example, we already know the array. What does that array indicate? An array elements contains 5 elements. What is the first initial stage? 32. First element was 32. Then second element was 23. Third element was 10. 2 and last element was 30. So in this, or according to this algorithm, the value of now, value of min is equal to 32. So we are assuming the first element 32 as minimal element. So now what is the value present at min? 32. We are assuming 32 as the minimal element. And after that you want to repeat step 7 until the last element. So that means we are going to compare the minimum value with other element until the last element. So we are starting from first element to last location. Then please look at the 7th step. It's very, very important. What is this? Compare the next element in the list with the value in min. So 32 we are comparing with next element. What is the next element? 23. If it is found smaller, store it in min and position in POS. Okay, what you want to do? Now value of min is equal to 32. So that 32 we are comparing with 23. So what is the condition? 32 is greater than 23. So we got one more minimal element smaller than 32. So instead of 32, now minimal value is 23. Clear? So what is this? Store it in min and position in POS. What is its position? First location. Then you want to repeat step 7 until the last element. That means you want to repeat this procedure. So now minimal value is 23. That 23 is again comparing with the 10. So 10 is smaller than 23. So again value of min change to 10. Then again 10 is comparing with 2. Then which one will be the minimal element? 2. So now at the final stage, 2 is comparing with 30, there will be no change. So at the end or after the first pass, at the beginning stage, value of min was 32. So after all the comparison, value of min now pointing to which location? third location or for value 2. So what is happening in 8th step? If the first element and the value in min are not same. Is it same? What is the first element? 32. And what is the value present at min? 2. Both are not same. Then what you want to do? Then swap the first element with the element at POS. So which element you want to swap? You are swapping 2 and 32. That means first element and minimal element. Okay, so after the first pass, we will get 2 as minimal element. So that min value we are swapping. So what is mean by swapping? Called interchanging the value. We are interchanging the first element and the current minimum value. What is the current minimum value? 2. Okay, we are swapping the values. Then revise the list by excluding the first element. So after the first pass, we got the smallest element as the first location. Smallest element at the first location. So we got the smallest element. So first location sorting is over. So again you want to continue the iteration, or we are continuing the process by excluding the first element. Because we already sorted the first element. Then again you don't want to sort it. Clear? So this is the selection sort algorithm. So again I will repeat. What is the first step? Start. Second step, accept a value in n, maximum element as of array. Then what is array name? AR. We are storing the array n or n elements into the array AR. Then you want to repeat step 5 to 9 how many times? N minus 1 time. That means we are executing the passes. Then we are assuming the first element as minimal element and we are storing it in a variable called min. First element we are storing it in min and its position in POS. Then repeat step 7 until the last element. That means we are executing the first pass. Compare the next element in the list and the value in min. That means we are comparing the value, that means the first element with other elements. If we found any element is lower than min, we are replacing the values. So after the or at the end of the searching or at the end of the searching criteria, if the first element and the value in min are not the same, if both are different, then what you want to do? You want to swap the first element with the element at POS. That means we will get one value at last. So in the first pass we got 2 as the minimal element and it found at position 3. So we are interchanging the first element with the value of the value present at min and POS. Okay. Then after that again you want to revise the list by excluding the first element. We are excluding the first element because we already sorted the first element. So this is very, very important algorithm. You want to study this. You can expect this algorithm for your board examination. Algorithm for selection sort. Very, very important. Please write and study this algorithm along with the explanation. Okay. Then we will discuss its a program also. Program means it is not that much important. Here algorithm is important comparing to the program. So the main steps we will write. So for selection sort we require so many variables. Variables means we require an array. Okay, array name is AR of 25. So we require an array and also we require the size of the array, that is n. Then the variables I and j. I and j for I for pass and j for the comparison, and 2 more variable min comma POS. Okay, so these are the variable we required for the selection sort program. Then after that you want to input values for the array, that I am not going to write. Cout enter the array element, then you want to write the for loop. Then next I am going, okay, now the value present at AR of 25. So I am going to start the selection sort step. Selection sort step for I is equal to 0, I less than n minus 1, I plus plus. That means we are starting the passes. Okay, we are starting the passes. How many times you want to execute? N minus 1 time. So what is happening? The first element we are assigning into the variable min. That is, min is equal to AR of I. First element we are assigning to the variable min, and the first position POS is equal to I. Then after that we are going to compare the elements. For comparing the elements, we are using another loop variable for j equal to. We are not starting from the first element because first element is already assigned to min. We are starting with the very next element, that means second element. So from where we are starting? J equal to I plus 1. Okay, if I is equal to 0, next element. Then j less than n j plus plus. So what is happening? We are going to compare the element. If AR of I, if AR of j less than min. What is the condition? If AR of j less than min. If that value is less than min, then what you want to do? We are interchanging the value of min and position, or we are changing the value of min and position. So what do you want to write? Min is equal to AR of j and POS is equal to j. Then close the bracket. If POS not equal to I, AR of POS is equal to AR of I. AR of POS is equal to AR of I, and one more is the AR of I is equal to min. Close the bracket. Clear? So these are the main steps. So what will be the first step? I equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus. That means we are starting with the first element. That means we are going to start the pass. So before passing, we are assigning the first element, very first element, AR of I. What is the value of I now? 0. So 0th value to variable min and its position into POS. That means we are starting the pass. Then after the pass, so for example here, this is an array 32, then 10, 12 like that. So first we are assuming 32. 32 means here if it is AR, then it is AR of 0, first location, second location like that. So we are assigning the first value as min and its position in POS. So now the first value is already allocated. Then next one we are going to compare the first value with the next elements. So that is here. For j is equal to I plus 1. We are starting I plus 1 because if we are taking I, it's already available in min. So we don't want to take I for comparison. We are comparing the element I or the value present at I with other elements. So that's why I plus 1. We are excluding the first location. Then after that j less than n. Number of passes until the last element. So what we are executing here, if AR of j means next location, is less than minimum value. If AR of j less than minimum value. So at the initial stage, min is equal to 32 and POS is equal to 0. So after the first comparison, if 32 is greater than here, AR of j less than min, that means the next location is less than minimum value. What you want to do? We are changing the value of min. So what is the value of the second? Min is equal to 10 and POS is equal to 1. POS equal to 1. Then again we are iterating j plus plus. We are taking the second location. So now value of min is equal to 10. 10 we are comparing with 12. There is no change because 10 is less than 12. So the iteration will continue until the last element. So after the iteration, next step. If POS not equal to I, because the position was set by 0. If it is not equal to that 0th location, what you want to do? You want to interchange or you want to swap the values. What is it? AR of POS. So what is the value of POS now? 1. 1 means 10. 10 we are placing it to AR of I is equal to AR of POS and AR of I into min. Okay, clear? That means we are interchanging the values using selection sort. Okay, so you want to remember one thing. First we are assuming the minimum value. That means the first value as minimum value. And that minimum value we are comparing with the rest of element until we reaches the last element. So if the first step is over, then we can say that the first pass is over. So if an array contains n elements, then it will execute n minus 1 passes. So this is called selection sort. Very important topic, selection sort algorithm. Okay, so again we will revise the topics that we studied in this video. So we started with array operation. What are the different array operations that we are executing? First one was traversal. Accessing all the array elements is known as traversal. Then after that, sorting. Sorting is an important operation on array. Sorting means arranging element in ascending order or descending order. Then we discussed about selection sort, algorithm and also program. In selection sort, first we are assuming the first element as minimal element and that minimum element we are comparing with other elements. So after the first pass, if we found the first element and the last and first element and value at min are different, then we are interchanging the values. Okay, then I am going to give one homework. You want to write the algorithm for selection sort in your notebook. Very important. Please write and study the algorithm and also the illustration step. So please refer your textbook because the program the complete program I didn't given in the board, but you want to study from your textbook. Okay, so hope you understood the selection sort algorithm. Then one more algorithm is present that we will discuss in the next video. Okay, then thank you.